Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Leek Branch Farms. Today is Friday. We're going to be getting ready for Rayford Market tomorrow. I got to get some lettuce together. I got to get some kohlrabi, and I got to get some Swiss chard out of here. And I'm going to be giving you guys a look into where we are with starting seeds for the 2024 season. Guys, if this is your first time visiting our channel, we hope you'll consider subscribing, and we encourage you to comment, like, share. As we roll along through the gardening season, you'll see that we usually have something for everyone on this channel. So here we have 4 rows of direct seeded radishes, and there's a little bit of lettuce stubble mixed in there, but all the way down through here. And I think this side is French Breakfast, this side is Crunchy King, and you can see the French Breakfast is outperforming the Crunchy King. And outside as well, the ones we direct seeded in the main garden are doing good as well. On this side we have beets, I think it's Boro. We transplanted those guys out of trays. We have our sugar snap peas, we have bright light Swiss chard, and some of the radishes are mixed in with this, and we're just about out of those. We have kohlrabi, and we have white radishes interplanted within that. We have new red fire lettuce, skyfos lettuce, new red fire, and that's what we harvested the other day from market. And then we have Starfighter on this end. All the plants in the high tunnel are doing really well. Everything has to be out of here at the end of the month. This is the 1st of February, so everything in here has to be harvested and the bed's clean, prepped, and ready to go, because we have a planting date of at least March the 1st for these tomatoes in here. We have cucumbers in the house up here under grow lights that will be in this middle row. So it's going to be tomatoes, cucumbers. We'll have 1 row of pickling and 1 row of slicing. There'll be 2 rows in this one bed. Then we have tomatoes and tomatoes over here. That's what we've decided to do for the first planting of this season. So that's everything out of the high tunnel. And like I said, guys, it is still cool. It's 40 degrees out here right now. And I just uncovered everything that we got on this rack. Now keep in mind, the rack that I'm fixing to show you is just a drop in the bucket compared to what we will have ready to go in the ground when the season starts. All right, guys, so I'm gonna start at this end and work my way towards the front on the newest transplanted stuff. But just bear with me, because it's gonna take a little bit to get down through here. This is the rack that we have everything either in trays or is up potted, ready to go into the ground. So start from this end, got a lot of beets, a lot of red beets, different stages of growth. These are about 2 weeks apart. So these are going to be the first thing to go out in this garden. Got some lettuce, got some old green onions that I need to transplant, bok choy, sweet onions, just fertilized yesterday, so they'll be off to the races. Some celery over here, a mixture of brassicas, cabbages, cauliflowers, things of that nature. A lot of spinach, some cabbages and stuff that we started in December that should have been in the ground already but are not. This is mostly bok choy and some storage variety cabbages, red onions, some more bok choy, or excuse me, some more Bilko cabbage, head-in cabbage, things of that nature, farro, Catarinas, and yeah, I think that's about it for stuff that's been up potted. All right, so this morning I took all of these trays out of the germination chamber in here, and for some of you guys, the video that I just deleted, the screen on the camera was fuzzy and all that stuff. Anyway, make a long story short, I started 600 tomatoes the other day. These are our determinate hybrid tomatoes that are going to be field tomatoes. This is these trays here. Getting ready to water these guys in. You can see that one's a little dry. It's on the lower end of the rack next to the heater. Going to water these guys in. All of these are tomatoes. Here starts the zucchini and squash that I started the other day, and it's basically an experiment to see if the seed's still any good. And the zucchini, the Costata romanesca, has germinated, so should be pretty good seed. All right, so we got all those guys watered in pretty good. We're gonna let them drain a little bit, and then we'll move them back into the germination chamber. All right, so we got that last bed mulched in. You can see behind me over here. These two beds are what we're going to use for Hakurei turnips, and we're going to do 6 rows in each bed, and we're going to put them 2 inches apart. Now I've got the YYJ roller here, YYJ 12, and I'm using a 14 sprocket in the front, and I'm using a 9 in the back. And on a 12-hole roller, that's going to put our spacing at 2 inches. And this should be a gracious plenty. We want to try to get a little bit bigger root out of this, so we're going to put them at 2 inches. I think I planted the ones in the bottom at an inch, inch and a half. So the trick to this is going to be rolling out 6 rows. We're going to start on the outside edge of each bed, and then we're going to work our way inward, just to see if we got enough room to squeeze these in. All right, guys, just like that. 6 rows here, 6 rows there. Well, that Jane, man, it don't take but just a few minutes and it's in. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get some pipe together, we're gonna get these risers, and we're gonna get some irrigation set up so we can go ahead and start watering this in. And I think what I'm gonna do is make one big enough to where it'll cover these rows and these rows at once, so I can water everything in at one time. because later on we're going to be putting in some mustard and some purple top turnips in these rows. I don't know if I got enough mulch to go that far yet, but worst case scenario, I'll go ahead and sow these because they're going to last through spring, and then early summer they'll come out and we'll be able to put something else in. So we'll have enough mulch by then to where we can mulch these beds in. But for right now, I think we're going to rake these out, put 2 rows of mustard in, and put 2 rows of purple top turnips in, and then we'll have that for spring. All right, guys, so we got this set of risers put up, and this is going to irrigate everything over here and everything over here for right now. And the good thing about these is that they're mobile. It'll fit any 50-foot bed that you got. So basically, you just pull the T-post up and move them to wherever you want them, and then you can irrigate whatever you like. And they're going to be moved around eventually, but right now, I'm going to use them to go ahead and wet this down and go ahead and wet these in. Soon as we get them watered in, we're going to tarp these guys here, and we're going to let the sun kind of heat them up and see if we can speed the germination up on these guys. I've never had a problem with these seeds germinating, but this ground is still kind of on the cool side, so you know, we're going to use all the heat we can get from the sun. With these black mats, it should help a lot. All right, so the irrigation's running, and you can see the risers there is hitting all the way out to here. So we're in pretty good shape there, and that gives me, I can probably plant those last 2 rows with mustard probably tomorrow sometime and still get the irrigation over there to them. But yeah, and we're getting the lettuce and the kohlrabi watered at the same time. So yeah, that should work. So I think this is where we're going to end the video. Guys, as always, I appreciate you stopping by. I thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.